أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I welcome you all to the Madrasa course. We are beginning with chapter 8, book 4 today, inshallah. And today's topic is Zakah. Az-Zakah, the purifying dues. Zakah, or the purifying dues, is the most important pillar of Islam after Salah. The Quran makes the importance of Zakah very clear. In fact, it is one of the 5 pillars upon which the edifice of Islam rests. So here are the 5 pillars of Islam. Let us recall. It is the Shahada, then we have the Salah, then comes Zakah, then we have As-Sawm, and finally we have the Hajj. These are the 5 pillars of Islam, and these are the foundations of Islam. So that is the meaning of the word edifice. Meaning of the word zakah. The word zakah means purity and growth. Islam uses this very word for setting aside a portion of your wealth for the needy and the poor. This is very important if it means that it is by giving to others that your wealth grows and becomes pure. If a rich Muslim does not give to the poor and the needy what is their due, his wealth remains impure and his inner self also remains impure. Such a person is very selfish and very greedy. Zakah has in itself great blessings. Alright, Zakah, as we know, it comes after immediately after the Salah and the pillars of Islam, and that shows the importance of Zakah. And Zakah in Arabic means purity and growth. Usually people think that while giving Zakah, they are actually losing their wealth. But Zakah increases their wealth, it helps the wealth to grow, it purifies the wealth, and at the same time, it is a very great help to the poor and the needy. So, a rich Muslim who does not pay Zakah is very selfish and very greedy, and that is why he also remains impure with these evil vices. Once Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, the first caliph, said, "By Allah, if people hold back the purifying dues, that is the zakah, they used to give during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even if it be a rope by which a camel is tied, I will raise my sword against them." Keep clearly in mind that zakah is no less important than offering salah. So, it was immediately after the death of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that few of the Muslims did not want to pay zakah. So at that time it was Abu Bakr who was the Amirul Mu'mineen. He was the Caliph of the Muslims, and he declared this, that if anyone does not pay zakah, because it has great importance. It is no less than the salah. If anyone doesn't pay zakah, even if it is as little as the amount of a rope which is used to tie a camel, they have to pay even that. So if a Muslim does not pay even that much, then Abu Bakr would raise his sword against them, would declare war against them. So that is also showing the importance of zakah. Indeed, those who refuse to give zakah fall outside the fold of Islam. You should also remember that zakah is not a tax like the tax taken by the governments. It is the basis of Islam. Zakah is Islam's lifeblood. The giving of zakah tests a Muslim's faith. So, yes, it tests a Muslim faith because they are going to give away a part of their hard-earned money. That is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing the rich Muslims. And at the same time, it is not like the yearly tax that we pay to the governments. It has great rewards. It has great blessings. It purifies our wealth, and it also purifies ourselves. So the giving of zakah is a form of worship. The giving of zakah therefore cleanses and purifies the giver by making him aware that he should not be selfish with the wealth Allah has given him. So that is why we translate the term zakah as the purifying dues. Zakah benefits the whole society. It helps to distribute wealth among all its members. That is what actual the zakah does. Okay, let's go ahead and see on whom is zakah due. Yes, it is not due on every Muslim. It is not due on Muslims who are unable to fulfill their daily needs, or they have very less amount of wealth. Let's go ahead. A free Muslim man or woman pays zakah when his wealth reaches a certain amount called the nisab. If his wealth is below that limit, he pays nothing. So we'll learn more about the nisab. There is different nisab for different things. So it is just a level we can consider to be a level below which there is nothing, there is no zakah, there's nothing to be paid. And if our wealth reaches that level, that amount, or it is more than that amount, a person is obligated to pay zakah. In the case of gold, silver, and money, that is banknotes, the nisab must have been in the person's possession for 1 complete year. There's also a condition in zakah where the amount of wealth that we have in terms of gold, silver, and money, that should be with us for 1 complete year, and then only the zakah is due. So the things on which zakah is due. Zakah is due on gold and silver, on the produce from the earth, that is when we have farms, we produce fruits, vegetables, wheat, rice. Then zakah is due on trading goods, any kind of trading, clothing, mobile phones, electronics, mobile accessories, we have groceries. So even on that, the zakah is due. Then possessing camels, cows, sheep, and goats. So the nisab or scale, that is amount or limit on which zakah becomes payable of some kinds of wealth, is given below. So nisab, as I told you, is different for different things. So we will see how much is the nisab for gold. The nisab for gold is 85 grams. So if a person has gold in the form of finger rings, or in the form of necklaces, bangles, earrings, or in the form of bars like these, or small gold coins, and all of that add up to 85 grams and more, then the zakah is due. So similarly, for silver, 595 grams. Then for the trading goods, it should be equal to 85 grams of gold or 595 grams of silver. So for the trading goods, we would first calculate the goods in terms of money. Then we would calculate gold of 85 grams in terms of money, and then we will check these two, and if the amount of the trading goods, the amount or the value in terms of money of the trading goods, it's equal to the value of 85 grams of gold or more, then the zakah will be payable. So similarly for camels, it's 5 camels, 40 goats or sheep, and it's 30 for cows. So keep clearly in mind that whoever remains in possession of the above amounts or quantities for a period of 1 full year must pay zakah on them. So for example, if a person buys some form of gold today, and they will have to sell that amount maybe after 3 months or 4 months due to some need, due to some necessity, then the zakah is not obligated on that gold for that person. So it must complete 1 full year within that with that person, and then the zakah is payable. For wealth, the rate is 2.5% or 2.5%. For example, if a person has about $100, so it is only $2.5 that zakah is payable. Okay, so the person will be paying only $2.5 as zakah. So the rest is the amount that has been purified, and it also will help in its growth. So zakah is payable on gold and silver if their quantities reach the nisab, and we know here the nisab. Who should receive zakah? Okay, now we know that who is payable, who is due for zakah. Then who are the people who should receive the zakah? There are about 8 categories of people who are entitled to receive zakah according to the Quran. It is mentioned in Surah 9, ayah number 60, and they are the poor, the needy, those who employed to collect the zakah. So these people are also working hard. They are they are encouraging people to zakah, to give zakah, and they're collecting the zakah. They are also working hard. And those whose hearts are to be reconciled, this includes new converts to Islam. So people who want to revert, and they have reverted, but they have no one for support. So such people can also receive zakah. The freeing of slaves, zakah money can be used to free Muslim slaves and those in debt. Zakah money can also be used in the way of Allah, and it also can be used for the stranded travelers. All right, that explains the chapter of zakah, and here we have the exercises. Part A, answer the following questions. Why is zakah known as the purifying dews? Zakah is called as the purifying dews because it purifies the inner self of a Muslim. So a Muslim from his hard-earned money is ready to share, is ready to help the poor and the needy, and is also following Allah's commands, and is purifying himself of the evil vices of selfishness and greediness, and he's purifying himself. So zakah is known as the purifying dews. Mention some of the items on which zakah is due. That will be gold, silver, the trading goods, and the cattle. What is the nisab? Nisab is a certain amount of wealth that has been specified for each item. For example, gold is 85 grams, and if a person has wealth equal to this nisab or more, then a person is obligated to pay zakah. Fill in the blanks. The word zakah means. The word zakah means one is growth, and what's the other one? Purifying dews. Okay. Let me just check the word zakah. Okay, purity and growth. It is purity and growth. All right. Zakah means purity and growth. Zakah is as important as the salah. Zakah is to be given to 8 categories of people. So we have the needy, the poor, collectors of zakah, those whose heart are to be reconciled, the freeing of slaves, the stranded travelers, those in debt, and wealth, those in debt, and in the way of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik.